Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the European Masters. We're getting ready to go into our 5th game of the day. This is SupUp taking on Movistar Riders. Movistar Riders maybe a little mad right now after they dropped a game versus Gamer Legion at the beginning of the day, and they need to fight back now. Actually, they lost. Did they? No. No, they lost to a Go Rogue as well, didn't they?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, man.
That was
only like 10 minutes ago. We've already forgotten.
It's really not been a good day for them, and honestly, it should have been. They were coming on such a high from just winning the SLO, but, you know, going on to this day.
Thank you, production. Guys, sometimes, as casters, things get sieved for our minds, and sometimes we forget really important things like who won earlier on in the day, especially when we're covering them. But for Movistar Riders, they need to fight here. If they drop this game, that actually really shakes things up in the standings, Gamer Legion at that point start to look like a real contestant to make it out of quarterfinals. And, you know, we were saying in the break, Gamers Legion, this game is very much in their hands. Their fate's very much in their hands. They just have to beat a Go Rogue. But if Movistar lose here, that really shakes things up. I need to get confirmation on what that actually means. But, oh lordy, this is going to be a really, really exciting game.
Well, just by thinking of it, if they lose, and Gamer Legion wins, their Gamer Legion obviously wins, but if they don't, they would just force a tiebreaker between Movistar and Gamer Legion since they'd be 1-1, right? Before getting the confirmation of the production? Yeah,
we'll get confirmation because I can't remember. I have a list in front of me, but I can't see that one scenario. That's the one scenario I can't see right now.
I'm pretty sure that's going to happen. But here's the thing, right? Obviously, let's just, address the elephant in the room. Movistar Riders are coming in as heavy favorites onto this game. But if there was a time where EPL as a region and SupUp would make their name known, it would be today, beating Movistar Riders and bringing them the 3-game losing streak.
You're leaving with us kind of thing from SupUp. Yeah. That would be what a way to win. You lose, but what a way to win. SupUp unfortunately have been knocked out of the tournament, and EBL have lost their last remaining competitor here in the European Masters. But if they can drag Movistar Riders out, if they can drag the SLO representatives from Spain out, one of the regions that has been consistently dominant in the European Masters across all of the years we've been running this tournament, that'd be so big for the region. But we're into Champ Select now, and we'll see what's going to go down as the Callista and the Graves have been banned away. There goes the Galio from the side of Movistar Riders. Don't want to give that over to Lukezy. And the Lucian as well after that last game.
I want to take a look at the Hecarim coming into this one too, because we know Elyoya is really fond of that champion too. So are you going to pick it up for yourself now and just risk it for the biscuit and first pick it, or are you just giving it over? Last ban is coming through, and it's actually going to be a Caitlyn ban as well on the blue side, so that means that you're not really comfortable playing with this champion yourself.
Yeah, they ban away the Ashe here, and you'd actually expect to see the Hecarim here, first rotation, full stuff up. Is there anything else that maybe could be taken away? But for me, I feel like you really want this Hecarim for Spooky. You don't want to let Elyoya get his hands on that. They just got crushed by a Hecarim. You don't need that to happen again.
And I think it's just what he brings. The itemization is really easy. You skip the jungle item, obviously, by the first 100 Machete or 100, whatever you're going for. But going into it afterwards, it's just so easy with the Ghost to always join a fight with the damage coming out and just rushing Triforce, while at the same time almost being unkillable, just makes the champion so good.
And actually, we see the Senna getting picked up for VZZ here, and this now means that Movistar Riders, they've got the pick of the litter. They can go for an AD carry, they can go for a jungler if they want to do that. And it looks like for now, hovering at that Ezreal, they're going to lock that in for JaVaaa. And Movistar Riders, I expect them to pick up a jungle right now. I think if you're going to prioritize the Hecarim, I think you pick it up now. I don't think you let it slip through. They might have something else in mind, so we'll see what they decide to go for on that.
Yeah. One silver lining at least for SuppUp Esports is that they get to play normal League of Legends now. They're not facing Gamer Legion throwing out whatever Gamer Legion throws out there, so you can be certain that you're playing a standard composition. And with this Senna specifically, it's just a SuppUp classic, because that bot lane is not the bot lane they play through. A lot of it is coming from the top side of the map. It's the jungler and it's klowny in the top side, and that makes a really interactive and fun jungle matchup today when you got Elyoya, who's like the prodigy jungler of Spain.
Yeah.
Started his competitive split last year, going up against Spooky, who obviously doesn't have the same hype, but he is still being regarded as one of the star players of this SupUp roster as well. If you need to prove something in your last game of EU Masters, You better do it now.
This is the time to do it. Now, we actually don't see the Hecarim at all here so far, so it looks like... There it is. Okay, so they finally take it. I felt like that made it a long way through the draft before we get to see it, but it's going to get picked up here for SupUp, and I like that for them. Now we're going to look for what's going to get picked up from Movistar Riders. They're going to pick up the Leona. So they have that Leona Ezreal. They have the Ornn. They have a lot of engage, and they have a good 2-item power spike on the AD carry. It's what else are they going to draft into here? As we're into ban phase 2, we'll see what Movistar Riders want to deny here, because I expect to see maybe some top laners you can deal with the Ornn. We expect to see maybe get taken away. Things like the Shen is open. We saw how good Shen can be kind of combat up, so that gets denied away. So that's not going to be the case. What else is going to be denied?
What I really want to see here is that Movistar Riders, Obby is going to get the counter pick onto the Hecarim jungle here, so they're most likely going to pick a jungler next time. So you can already see now, SupUp, they're starting to ban the junglers. At the same time, Movistar Riders, they're looking at the top side. They know klowny is one of the stronger opponents here. What I really want to see from Lukezy here is him prioritizing the Orianna. So you get the Hecarim, Senna, and Orianna composition that actually was made popular by LDLC, which is steamrolling play-ins. Granted, LDLC doesn't have the best time now, but it is a really strong composition.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, the Kindred and the Olaf last bans away here from SupUp, so we'll see what is going to get denied. Well, sorry, what's going to get picked up here from Movistar Riders. Do they want counter pick mid? Do they want well, I mean, they'd probably go jungle. I was looking at that comp and I was like, where are they going to counter pick? Wait, no, you want to just... Don't pick mid.
It'd be really weird if you blind picked mid lane now, seeing as you actually know what jungler you're playing against here. So it makes it really easy. They're actually going for the Volibear here. Volibear, start of the season here, as soon as he got the rework, one of the strongest dueling junglers you could get out there. And it might be a great pickup into the Hecarim. I personally don't know too many of the Hecarim matchups going into it. I just know he's a really fast horse who's wreaking havoc on the Rift.
Really fast horse. That's how we sum up Hecarim.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're technically right, especially with the phase rush pickup here. So Orianna is going to get picked up for Lukezy. Good blind pick here in the mid lane. Can you get some wave control, get some team fighting comp put together? I like this. I really actually like what SupUp have drafted here. And it looks like they might be thinking about just going full 5-on-5 if they lock in this Kennen to deal with top lane. So that's what they're going to do.
I like that, but Xico here could also pick up a LeBlanc here. We've seen how strong he can be on that champion as well. Matches fairly well into the Orianna and could just be a good comfort pick. You want to round up. You already got good team fighting tools with the Ornn, with the Leona, even with the Volibear. Good backline damage with the Ezreal. Or you could just go back to one of the standards mid laners here. You can pick up with the Azir, for example, coming into it, bringing us the standard control mage matchup. All
right, so SupUp, we've pretty much rounded them up. They're looking at team fight. We don't. When are they going to team fight? I say we don't. You know, when are SupUp looking to pull that trigger? Is it just level 6?
But you can actually pull neutral objectives around that at that level 6 time, especially with the movement speed, with the Hecarim, with the sustained damage you're going to be able to do. You can do really well. The problem is a lot of it will come down to execution, because on the other side of Movistar Riders, they've got a lot of range to work with the Ezreal, with the Azir. And when both team compositions got this, when they both have the tanks, when they both have the team fighting potential, it will come down to execution. Both teams here want to do the same thing.
I mean, one of the things that's always been harked onto me about Azir Ezreal comps is it's the 2 items. You look for those 2 items picked up onto the Azir and Ezreal, and that's when they start to really become a problem. So I want to see SupUp pull that trigger at that level 6 mark around those neutral objectives. I actually want Movistar Riders to kind of lay back. Give up those early dragons. Maybe give up an early Rift Herald. Wait for your 2 items to get hit, and then to pull the trigger from there. Look to take over the game. We are on to Summoner's Rift for our 5th game of the day, and this is important for Movistar Riders. There is a lot on the line. There are a lot of scenarios now that they've lost 2 games today. We'll have to run through those now. So, if SupUp win and a Go Rogue win, what this means is Gamer Legion and Movistar Riders have to do a tiebreaker for second. If SupUp and Gamer Legion win in this game and the next game, Gamer Legion and a Go Rogue tiebreak for first. So, if SupUp win here, Movistar Riders have to be big fans of a Go Rogue. Now, it's a tall ask. This was a team who were 3-0 coming into the beginning of today for SupUp. And SupUp, they haven't won a single game in the European Masters. Can they pull the upset?
I mean, if there's a time to do it, obviously it's going to be their last game. They're not going to get other chances. But they've had the warm-up now. They've played the 2 games. It's really time to pull the trigger now and really get an easy target onto Movistar Riders. I say easy, but if there's a time where you need to be beating Movistar Riders, it's the time where they're on a 2-game losing streak and they're not looking the strongest.
This is important. This is really important for Movistar. They do not want to be knocked out here. Or they don't want to, you know, lose their fate here, almost.
Okay, some from bot lane from the get-go, you can see they're actually fake leashing onto the side of Lukezy. Oh, not Lukezy, what am I on about? From Spooky, which is a bit weird because he was doing the Raptors. Anyway, so you'll know he's on the bot side. But what that means is Movistar Riders is going to get the pressure of the waves. They're going to be dictating how fast this is going over onto the tower of SuppUp Esports. And gain pressure if you want to fight for the scuttle. You can already see on the minimap, Elyoya is pathing towards bottom side, which means you need the pressure down here to secure the scuttles. Or, you know, just be messing around with some pressure ganks.
Also doing a little bit of a defense here on if he gets invaded by the Hecarim, so just moves over as quick as possible to over that area. Looks like Spooky's just doing a full bot side clear for the moment for himself. As a level 2 advantage is picked up for SupUp in this bot lane, and they're going to look to try and see if they can pressure out Movistar Riders.
See, wave is going to be stopped in front of the tower. Really nice of TasteLess going into the jungle and getting information of Elyoya. Had you not gotten this information, could have been really dangerous for you to be in this spot where the wave is at the tower of Movistar Riders. Now with this in mind, they know they will play more passive, and it also gives more room to Spooky and the rest of the map of SupUp to play more careless.
What we actually saw last time VZZ played the Senna, he actually had a few kind of over-greedy stays in lane where he could be caught out overextending. And Elyoya, I really like this. He knew he was spotted out, and he's actually going to go the long way around. SupUp feels safe here. The hook comes down, the stun is connected. VZZ looks to get the snare off as TasteLess flashes away. Do get the heal, do get the sustain, and now JaVaaa, he's the one feeling the pain from VZZ.
And that's very greedy. As soon as he gets that hook onto the wall and he gets out of there, you know he's out with a flash. Why even bother using your flash on it? As Elyoya here. Great disengage coming in from TasteLess, and VZZ lurking the something is not right here. But once again, as you said, really nice and cheeky from Elyoya. Best case scenario, they probably should just force some summoners.
Yeah, I mean, VZZ held both of his summoners, which is key here. Still has that cleanse, still has that flash, so repeat gank means they have to look for TasteLess, and TasteLess closing on the level 3 mark. Now just hit it means they'll have a little bit more stats to work with because he's got the W shield. klowny able to shove in the wave into beansu, kind of what we expected from the Kennen. Looking to hit for that level 6 and looking for that slicing maelstrom as rhuckz going to go for an invade to try and spot out Spooky.
And here's the thing, Spooky quite intelligent here. He knows that Elyoya had to reset after doing that bot lane gank, and that means he can just walk in there and take the Raptors. He actually just got the Raptors that was level 2, so that rubber bands the XP a bit over to the side of Spooky. Really intelligent from him, going in to punish where Elyoya left an open window.
And the experience is important because we hit on it level 6, and these neutral objectives are where we want SupUp to pull that trigger. We'll have to see if they can do that. Spooky now pretty much in a completely vision-dominated area. There's 3 wards in this red side jungle, and Spooky's going to be spotted on his entire path down. So Movistar Riders, they have complete information. They know when they can be aggressive in mid and bot and top.
And here's the thing. Elyoya, when he started his clear, did not do the crocs. He just cleared a level 1 croc camp. At the same time, Spooky did do that, and that means he's clearing a level 2 croc camp. Just in general, in terms of XP, in terms of how to get priority and the numbers on your side when you're going to be doing this Mountain Drake, well, they're doing a pretty good damn job of doing that. Wait, that sentence was wrong, but what I'm trying to say is SupUp is actually doing pretty well in this early game.
Yeah, although Spooky, you know, he's not really getting the most easy time trying to find any openings for himself, but it looks like he's just kind of power farming for the moment. Lukezy definitely feeling the hurt here. The bird is putting in the work.
Surely is, but honestly, he's not too far behind. He's trading 8 HP to get pressure on the minion waves and be able to farm it. He's got a TP, and he's able to go back with it. You can see he's already going for a Tear of the Goddess, which means that his focus right now is going to be the late game. Could have opted in for the books instead if you wanted to get some more ability power, more prowess in the mid lane in terms of actually pushing out waves. Couldn't do that.
Now, the net gain here from those wards we were talking about a little bit earlier is this dragon. They saw that Spooky moved topside. They knew that they had no one to contest them here. They knew they had the vision control. And Movistar Riders, they're going to pick up this really nice early dragon for themselves.
Yeah, and you honestly hit the nail perfect there. Great vision control came in from Movistar Riders. And as you said, as soon as they saw them go up there, really easy picking from Elyoya. But now, what are you going to be doing? Are you just going to be waiting for the next neutral objective? Are you going to be looking to force in the jungle when you can get this priority in the mid lane or the bot lane? Or are you just going to be waiting it out? Because I think that Movistar Riders now, they don't mind waiting it out. They really want to get those ornaments in there. Ooh,
klowny. klowny feeling it a little bit. Spooky not actually willing to contest it. Pops the Ghost actually, looks to jump in. I didn't see who picked that one up. And it is going to be Spooky.
I know you think that Hecarim is fast, but didn't pop the Ghost. It was just a normal healer. It was really fast. Yeah.
Speedy horse.
Yeah, I said that.
You're right. You're right. I'll give you that.
Thank you. That horse is fast. Now, going into it, with the red buff being cleared up in a bit, with Summoner Spell still down in the bot lane, and you know they're down, because you saw them all use it, are you going to be looking to pressure onto this Leona or Ezreal, or are you going to let them go unchecked? Because as I said before, that klowny took a tower shot, and we went on to that point. They really benefit of scaling on Movistar Riders. They get the ornaments. You talked about the Azir 2-item power spike as well. And I'm not saying that SupUp don't have a good late game. I'm just saying that it's easier to play around Movistar Riders' composition in the late game.
Yeah, I think that's agreeable. For me, it is, you know, from 2 items, if SupUp haven't got themselves, you know, any advantages, I do worry, especially with the fact that Movistar Riders were able to pick up an early dragon for themselves. It means a soul win condition could come early for them unless SupUp decide to contest the next dragon. And that's just buying time. That's just letting this tier stack up. That just means that they're going to get items onto the Azir. The Nashus 2 should be finished up by the next dragon spawning up. And you got 2 tiers stacking up on SupUp as well. So you're not really that strong at the moment. You're just stacking stats for later.
Now, with the lane rotations coming in for this Rift Herald, I just want to set up what we can expect for these fights. klowny should be joyful, happy that there's no exhaust on this side of Movistar Riders. Actually a bit greedy, because it's just one of the things that hard counters Kennen.
Well, he's just slicing Maelstrom onto beansu, trying to force him out, but beansu, he's tanky enough to sustain this, and that means slicing Maelstrom is down for this Rift Herald and SupUp. That was really greedy. The Call of the Force God's available to beansu, and rhuckz is making his way forward, looking for the stun, looking for the snare. They're going to slow him down. The shockwave goes wide. As Xico trying to put the damage off, and TasteLess is running away. That's going to the Rift Herald, stolen away by Elyoya. klowny wasting the ultimate is shuffled down, and Movistar find 2 kills.
And it just sucks right there. Your pressure wasn't there for you. You just used the Kennen ultimate, one of your biggest team fighting tools as well, in the top lane alone on the Ornn. It's really easy for beansu just to disengage, have his own ultimate ready, and just put the percentages on your side in that fight.
He had flash and slicing Ezreal. Imagine that fight if he flashed into 4 members and popped the ulti. That would have just been so different for SupUp, but this was the decision-making things we were talking about last game. And SupUp individually are good members. The issues they have is some of the decision-making can be there. There obviously wasn't the call saying, klowny, hold ultimate, we're going to need it to contest this Rift Herald. And the cost of that is they lose Rift Herald now. And Lukezy looking for a fight here. It's like they're going to do a little bit of damage, but they're at the shockwave, and in comes TasteLess, but Lukezy's just going to die. TasteLess just too slow on the punch there, and he's now going to get slowed down, caught out, goes for the hook, flashes the wounds. Xico just looks for another one here. TasteLess going low, and Elyoya will just maul him to death.
I was just waiting for that second Q from Xico. The cooldown on a CSQ is not that high, and it was just a bit greedy of Lukezy to be there.
Is this first turret blood?
It is
They're actually going to get first turret blood mid lane.
And it's 10 minutes into the game. This Rift Herald is just going to wreak havoc. As soon as the mid lane is opened up, with the composition you have, with the Leona, with the pick potential you can get with the Volibear, it's going to be really hard getting back on track as SupUp, because you're not going to be able to be in your own jungle.
Looks like actually maybe they popped it a little bit too early. Members making the way over. Spooky's popped the Ghost, will not be slowed down. And by a miracle, SupUp hold their mid lane turret.
You call it miracle, I call it mis-execution of the Herald, but, you know, potato, potato, 2 sides of a coin. Going into it now, as we've talked about, it will come down to execution, but right now with the small gold lead that Movistar Riders are having, they just have the advantage here, and they got the pressures around the map. You can see what Xico just did now, and with his Nash's Tooth now finished, with 2 kills onto the Azir, he's just ahead of the Orianna when these team fights break out again.
He really is. I mean, he's got that Nash's, like you said, because he's miles away from his Archangels. It's a rough position right now for the Orianna to deal with. And because he thought he had TasteLess at his back, but TasteLess just hesitant to pull the trigger. The communication seems to be an issue for SupUp in this game. As Wave's getting shoved in, Lukezy's doing his best to handle it, as Xico's going to get shockwaved underneath the tower. The minions will just tank this out for the moment, and now he's going to summon up the Legacy of Shurima and shuffle him back. Here comes the Stormbringer, and Elyoya comes in. They actually do find something for Spooky. Spooky gets the shield and gets the escape as he looks to turn it back around, but rhuckz making his way forward, and Spooky will fall. rhuckz finds the kill, and Lukezy just running to the wind as Elyoya flashes the wall, locks him down, and will find himself a nice and easy kill, a double kill for rhuckz.
Yeah, just igniting it for some extra bonus points there. A bit over. I actually thought it was Xico knowing his limits perfectly in the beginning, but Lukezy actually survives that. If you get that kill, it's just the easiest drake of your life. You could have there is probably a world where you don't go for that and you just use the pressure to get the drake. Nonetheless, nice gold going over to them. Getting the kill onto this CSC is really nice, trying to get back into it. But you know, Xico, honestly, is just really greedy. You can already see the minimap here. It's really easy just to set up for the Drake here. Now, Shockwave is down as well, so you can set up for the Drake here. But Lukezy not going down here, even with the smite coming out from it. Really nice pickup from Spooky. In the little minimap you saw, they did take the dragon. And in the end, it is 2 kills for 1. It is the dragon. It is the mid lane turret.
But it's not perfection. It's
exactly.
a shutdown onto your Hecarim. It's a member who can use it. It's assist gold into Lukezy. It's just these little things. And remember, the 2 kills were picked up by rhuckz as well. He got 2 of those kills from that play. So you're injecting gold into your Leona, where SupUp, they're injecting gold into their mid laner and their jungler. But key thing is, like you said, Dragon's been picked up. We're looking at another Ocean Soul here, and this could be a very early one as klowny dodges away on the knock-up. JaVaaa making his way over. Rift Herald is up, and it looks like Rift Herald's coming up in a bit, and it looks like we're going to see some attention around this area.
I don't know if you check those numbers out, but just looking at the gold difference between the 2 teams, it's approximately 2k. Ooh. Now I'll have you look at the mid laner's gold difference right now, and what do you tell me, Jake?
Well, that's 2k.
Wow. And that's just from the mid lane,
Sorry,
I know.
The way you paused there literally made me went, wait, please tell me I didn't get my maths wrong there. Like, I had a genuine panic that I got my maths wrong. I was like, wow, I'm going to look like an absolute muppet.
It's my fault. I should have never put you in the spot. I should have just said,
don't ask me to count. That's not my...
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I don't do numbers.
Well, looking by the numbers now, 1-6. Once again from Movistar Riders. 2 drakes are already being picked up from them. 3 minutes onto the next one. And with how this game has been going, it's just been exponentially growing to the favor of Movistar Riders. And we're asking ourselves, when do you look for the play here as SupUp? Now, I want to see them go for it. When this Hecarim gets his Trinity Force, you already have the Proto Belt onto your Kennen. If the Mora Mana is stacked onto the... what's it called? It's the Senna. And the Orianna with the Archangel as well. That's where you're in a pretty good spot. rhuckz looking for klowny.
Yeah, he's actually going to get the stun to get everything and more thrown down, as he does get a good slicing Maelstrom, but there's no turret to shoot. It is turned off. Now beansu, he's on the receiving end of a little bit of attention, but searing charges to safety, and beansu's out of there.
And just look at the vision control from Movistar Riders on your minimap right now. Everything in SupUp's blue side jungle is red. You got your ping ward. You got wards all over the place. They know exactly how they can play towards the limits.
And I want to talk about what was gained there for Movistar Riders. The obvious thing is a kill and a Rift Herald. Sure, they lose a turret, but SupUp, they lose so much. klowny lost Flash. He'll have ultimate, that's fine, but he lost his Flash. That's the key thing. Dragon's coming up in 2 minutes 20. A flashless Kennen, the difference of him having Flash and Proto Belt at that Dragon fight is going to be astronomical. If they can kite him with JaVaaa and Xico, they literally, klowny just won't be able to find the damage necessary for SupUp to deny this Dragon. And that means an early Ocean Soul could be on the cards for Movistar Riders. A lot was lost in klowny. He's just losing his life so much here. And Spooky might find himself caught out a little bit, goes for the charge. The Shockwave hits absolutely no one. TasteLess does find himself a hook though, and they get a quick kill. As there's actually been 2 kills picked up here for SupUp already. rhuckz is just in for a whole world of hurt, and suddenly SupUp just finding themselves the cash-in kills. It just went from really wrong to really right oh so quick.
Somehow everything in that team fight went wrong, but at the same time right for SupUp. Shockwave was missed, klowny got caught, but a great team, not even a TP, but great positioning from the rest of the team is just able to punish the overextension coming in from Movistar Riders.
Bit of a greedy play from Movistar. Now, it does mean that we can look to cash in on some gold if you're on the side of SupUp, but I worry about the fact that these 2 item spikes are starting to come through. You've got the Elandries, you've got the Nash's Tooth picked up onto the Azir, you've got the buildings of your Triforce for JaVaaa, he's got the Mana Munates, not stacked yet, but these 2 items are coming online, and don't think they'll be here for this dragon.
But here's the thing. You have got that Archangel staff onto your Orianna now. You got part of the mask, and you got the Triforce onto the Hecarim. Going back into this, I don't know, like klowny, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. And he's just going onto it here. Spooky though, really wants to get in there, and the shockwave is just being missed. But the real thing is here, and down in the bot lane, how they're zoning out the rest of the team at the same time picking up a kill on JaVaaa. And then rhuckz, he's just left out to dry in the middle of the jungle. Can't get to the wall in time to flash over it, and it's just kills going over to SupUp on Movistar Rider's own turn.
Absolutely. Now, Movistar Riders are able to take themselves a turret in the bot side. They've got the Rift Herald asserting pressure down here. Someone needs to go deal with that, but they also want to deal with the Dragon spawning up in 10 seconds, so they may just have to sack this tower, as there is this 5-man death pool for SupUp right now. Like you said, those items are starting to come online for them, and Spooky gonna have to run away from Elyoya. He's gonna pop the E to make sure he gets some distance, and Dragon is up.
And you got a decision to make now. Do you say, all right, we know we're in a deficit, we can't fight? No, they want to fight.
No, they're looking for it right now. beansu is going to try and pop the Ghost to get away. The Call of the Portugal comes down. Look for the Shockwave. Look for the Depth Charge. TasteLess already running away. As here comes the Stormbringer. Spooky's on the backline. Shuffled out for the moment. And that's going to be a kill. Shockwave once again is whiffed. And Xico, he's on the run, but he's going to get chased down for the moment as klowny locks down rhuckz. And rhuckz will fall. There is a turnaround kill here as they do get something more for Spooky as well. Overall, a trade up here for SupUp, but they lose the Dragon.
Yeah, and that means we got soul point for Movistar Riders. Now the pressure will truly be on to SupUp as soon as we get to that next Drake. But you know, in retrospect, in hindsight, the kills they pick up here is actually really good, and the pressure they can get, that leaves you breathing room. That leaves you pressure to set up the own vision when you back here. And it makes sure that you can actually scale better towards this next Drake. So sure, you might be at an item deficit when you get there, but you'll be at a much stronger point that you initially would have been.
Yeah, absolutely. Spooky stealing away the blue buff for the moment. No, he's not. Oh, no. Oh, no. Spooky, no! He looks to try and turn it onto him, but here comes Azir, and down goes the pony.
And how the tables have turned. Xico now getting the shot down onto Spooky instead. Spooky is doing really well on onto this Hecarim here as well. We were talking about the jungle matchup between these two, and he's actually ahead in the CS numbers, in the kill participation for his team. Every kill that's been part of SupUp, I mean, Spooky's been part of that. He's got 100% kill participation.
Spooky's Hecarim has been really, really good, but Xico's just been the problem. He is the big difference maker right now, and you need to land these shockwaves.
Actually, he did land it, but you just saw a bit of it, a weird way of it landing onto the Volibear. Now, pay attention after the fights come into it. Really good Dawning Shadow to get some extra HP. Look at the Volibear, just quickly being stunned, but not being pulled back. Unfortunate, yeah, did hit the wall. But Spooky, once again, realizing Xico is on the other end here, just jumps in and just kills him. Bam, he's in the proc.
Oh, no.
No. He got snapped away.
Pony kill.
What were you going with that one?
I don't know. I was like, my brain will figure it out. I'll start the sentence and my brain will finish it.
No.
And I got Pony got the kill.
Yeah, no, it did not. Let's keep away from that. But you know, things are still as they've been all game. Movistar Riders with the pressure now, 3k gold lead as well. But now taking a look at the Orianna, the Leandra's Torment has finally come through. You can see that you're investing into some magic penetration on the side of klowny, and that is really good against the squishy target, especially like JaVaaa, who doesn't even have any magic resist.
Yes, but JaVaaa has now finished up the Mirror Mana, fully stacked, and that Triforce. Trinity Fusion will come through from beansu in 2 levels' time, and yeah, you've got your items on your Orianna. Yeah, your Senna's got 2 items, but it's not a fully stacked Mirror Mana. It's into a 2-item Azir, a 2-item Ezreal. This was the point where we were like, this is where Movistar Riders get strong. And speaking of strong, look how much gold they're up right now. They've got 3 dragons. They are 1 minute 50 away from getting Ocean Soul. And for SupUp, I feel like it's going to be hella rough.
But you know what, Jake? It's not over.
It's not
till
over.
It is over. You still got percentages to play for if you're SupUp here.
Yeah, just click the Nexus.
No, just it's as we said in the beginning of the game. It will come down to execution. Yeah, you might be gold down, but if you can get the right priority target down, if you somehow can find JaVaaa, can find Xico out of nowhere, that's a lot of backline damage suddenly missing, and that's a lot of room for you to play with. Spooky, much like Elyoya, still can play with his own damage sources. We've seen how much damage he can do onto this Hecarim. And that means that it's not only coming down to the Orianna, it's also going to be the Hecarim being facilitated by the Orianna and the Senna.
Absolutely. Now, klowny, he's had an unbelievably rough time here on the Kennen. Every time he tries to step up, multiple people from Movistar collapse on him. This time he had one ward to work with. Elyoya will take that out, so that now is gone. And look at the timer, look at the positioning in the lanes, look at where everybody is. Lukezy has teleport, klowny does too.
And this is what I didn't like. I'd much rather wanted the Kennen up in the top side because Lukezy had way more wave clear, which would have given you way more pressure down in towards this bot side. Look, thank you observers, how dark the map is for SupUp right now. They know nothing. And for Movistar Riders, this is their playground.
They do spy out beansu and Xico as well. klowny's made his way over. Predator is on. Oh, that was Elyoya. Okay, I got really confused there.
Right, going into it 1 second here. Remember, it comes down to execution.
Yeah, he gets himself onto Xico. Xico knocked up. Cool of the forward squad's there. klowny hasn't got his way into the fight yet. And Spooky charges for everyone. The railgun's fired down. Good ultimate to separate everyone, though. Xico low HP. And SupUp actually found themselves a little bit of space. klowny's coming down the flank with that slicing maelstrom. He's out of vision. He's waiting for his opportunity. Xico's going to heal off on the honey fruit. And here comes klowny. He hasn't got a blast cone. He does have the flash. He does have the protobell. SupUp, they want to fight for this. They've got the members to work with. They've got the ultimate. Look for the wombo combo. Shockwave is available for Lukezy. Dragon's going to get started up by TasteLess. Is he slowed down? Solar Flare does connect. klowny needs to come in. They charge in for rhuckz at the moment. This is it. That's the slicing maelstrom. Shockwave's going to land. And SupUp have found themselves two already. rhuckz is on the back line, but he has no damage to work with as beansu is locked down. rhuckz will lose his life, and SupUp find free. JaVaaa still got the health to work with, and the health bars on SupUp are a little bit low right now as beansu, he is out of there. Dragon for SupUp.
I said it once and I say it again. It is not over till it is over, and you still got percentages to play for. It will come down to execution. Great Nautilus ult onto Xico. The Hecarim ult just prances through the rest of the team, and then Xico is almost half HP. It's just so hard for them to find an entrance, and klowny just Metal Gear Soliding his way through the backline of the jungle here, waiting for the right moment. Look at the vision being set up. They're setting it up for him. Pink Wards has already come down. He's got way more room to go for. As soon as they commit, they don't even know they're dead yet until this moment hits them.
Just beautiful stuff, but what was the Riders? They're going for this. No slicing maelstrom. Shockwave's coming up shortly. That Baron is melting right now as the Call of the Forge God there. Spooky's trying to get his way in. Does have himself the charge available. Shockwave lands onto two. Elyoya's low HP, and SupUp found himself a little bit of damage to work with. Xico does get the damage over the wall, but that is going to be it. Movistar Riders pull away.
Can we get a damage check onto VCC? He does so much damage now with this Senna. It comes down in burst, especially with the Duskblade. But when you get that burst down at the start of the team fight, it creates a pressure on Movistar Riders, and they're afraid to commit. So really good usage of the Senna and how you really utilize that kit.
I mean, there's a lot of zone control on SupUp, and that's actually what's starting to really hurt Movistar Riders a little bit. Is they can't step up. You get slicing maelstroms, you get shockwave, you get depth charged, you get charged. It's actually really, really hard for them to step up. And then they've got the damage to work with the Orianna and with the burst that VZZ has to work with. SupUp now getting control of this Baron area. They've got the wards and they've got it just lit up like a Christmas tree for themselves right now. The VZZ may be overextending a little bit.
Don't do this, mate. Go back the safe way. It's better for you. It's better for everyone. And here's the thing. While Movistar Riders might be feeling the pressure coming in from SupUp now, it will not matter if SupUp makes one mistake. That's all they can afford. They can't even afford one mistake. Because if they do, it's all the pressure back into the court of Movistar Riders. It's the next Ocean Soul that's going to go to Movistar Riders. And it's going to be the Baron gone. You cannot make a single mistake. And it's been one of the things that SupUp has been having a hard time dealing with. It's the macro aspect. It's the decision making. So if you're looking for redemption, It's now.
Question is can they do it? Can they get over the issues that have been plaguing them for the entirety of the European Masters? 0-5. The EBL hasn't had an incredible showing at EU Masters since the days of ClickTech.
But when we look back to EU Masters, it's always, what do we remember? The Pookie style meme, LDLC taking a go rogue, everything, like all these specific things. Going down to
Lukezy gets a shockwave off, but he's already caught out. The shield comes in, gets himself the Seraph off. The charge comes out by Spooky, but Xico able to dodge away. The rest of the team are collapsing in, and Xico's going down. Elyoya's on the run, but in the mid lane, the tower's getting sieged up, and Elyoya able to jump away with the Thundering Claws, with the movement speed gifted to him. And now mid lane inhibitor tower being chucked away, taking damage, and JaVaaa, he's actually going to be able to do this. VZZ can't get close enough. They're doing the Slicing Maelstrom. They don't have the flash. They're slowed down for the moment as the hook does land, but a great interrupt as beansu's caught out, knocked up, looks for the Nocturne, looks for the reiterate, unable to find it for the moment, and now he is on that run. SupUp, they are not done. They are hungry for blood as the Zenith Blade is dodged out by TasteLess, and JaVaaa able to get out. The turret survives.
Two things into that team fight. Great room from TasteLess, stopping the Ornn ultimate, but at the same time, you're really starting to feel the damage coming in from JaVaaa here with the Trinity Fusion, with the Moral Mana. He does a ton of damage.
Yes, he's got that Blade of the Ruin King as well. Xico got himself the Sonya's Hourglass, 3 items, looking to build towards what I would assume is going to be a Void Staff next, and this is going to be a very, very important dragon up in 50 seconds time. This is Soul for Movistar Riders, or this is potentially SupUp's return to this game.
Yeah, this is so much more. This is Movistar's. They need to get this. We need to readdress this. If they don't win this and Gamer Legion wins their next game, that's it. That's EU Masters done for you as Movistar Riders.
And Elyoya is actually tanking the Baron right now. SupUp are completely in the dark here. I don't think they got any blue trinkets to check it out. They're more interested in this tower. They're more interested in contesting Baron. Dragon, sorry. Now Lukezy going to make his way over. Baron's already pretty low. And Spooky making his way over there. Baron Nash has already been picked up by the team. And SupUp, they just lost so much there.
They lost so much there, but at the same time, Movistar Riders lost the pressure around the Drake. And with Xico up in the top side, TP will come up in a bit. Elyoya still farming the jungle camps of SuppUp Esports jungle.
klowny needs to find a fantastic flank once again. As it looks like SupUp, they're going to try and just power through this dragon, try and deny, try and buy themselves some time. Can they hold out versus the Baron Siege from Movistar Riders? That's the crucial thing here. 2 dragons to SupUp, and Movistar, they're pushing with Baron.
And that's the thing, they might not even need this jungle. What am I talking about? They might not even need this Ocean Soul in general. With the Baron buff coming in here, with the great seed potential you got as the Ezreal, and with your main wave clear being the Orianna, you're gonna suffer under these Baron sieges.
You really, really are. And it's what Movistar can game with it. That's the question. At the moment, they're looking just to reset, step back, and this is good for VZZ and the rest of SupUp in general. I said VZZ because he was on the screen. SupUp, this is good for them. More time where Baron's not knocking on their towers, the better. The less time they have to worry about losing their base, losing the game. They want to hold out. They want to try and play for maybe an Ocean Soul win condition. You got level 16 on Lukezy. He needs to land this big shockwave. There's a big wave crashing into him, and he's going to try and catch as much of it as possible.
And it's really about that you have a really great flank TP ward too. Because klowny, your team as SupUp will live and die by the engages he's going to get in there. He's finished his Rabadon's Death Cap. He's got the magic penetration. But it's actually Spooky who's flanking.
They're looking to come in. Spooky's on it. He's looking for JaVaaa. JaVaaa caught out by the depth charge. Knocked back. The railgun has flashed away, and Spooky will just charge him and fear him down. They look to slow him out, but the turret's been destroyed in the bot lane. And now Spooky can't find the kill. JaVaaa survives. Lukezy delivered into the backline. The Zenith Blade is dodged away. Caught out by the solar flare. And Xico cashes in. Here's the slicing maelstrom, but the stopwatch will lock him down in time as they do get the stopwatch out of klowny in response. Now klowny, he's going to get caught out. The ultimate's thrown down by Elyoya, and TasteLess, he's just going to get tower dive. He's just going to be run down. VZZ throws out a cleanse, finds himself a kill as TasteLess misses out on the hook. There's only 2 members of SupUp left. This could be it. This could be Movistar keeping everything in their hands for a little bit longer. Can they close close. It's only 2 members. There's nothing more SupUp can do, but they are going to try. They are going to fight with everything they've got in them as VZZ finds himself the shutdown. The inhibitor in the mid lane will fall. beansu flashes away, and SupUp, they are not done. They are not out of this game yet. beansu will die to VZZ.
It is not over until it is over, Hipbrain. Once again, they hold on to it. I thought for sure that was going to be it. I thought we were going to be saying, well, that's the decision-making once again coming out from SupUp. This flank is not the flank you need to be going for. As soon as you burn all the summoner spells on Ezreal, that's great. You need to get back to your base and defend that, because they're knocking onto your turrets. But now, Movistar Riders flips everything. Ornn ultimate missed, Leona Senna Blade missed, but one great thing is that with the ultimate, with the Unsealed spellbook, the exhaust did come through from beansu to stop the damage from the Kennen and the damage he's going to deliver. And then it's just a great siege by the bot lane of it. I thought for sure it was over here.
I called it. I literally called the end of the game. And VZZ said no. Viz said, you go Zuz. And he put them to sleep. That was so bad.
That's really not your strength, buddy.
No.
Going into it once again, great hook, and I mean, always almost dying here, but picks it up with the end. With the little Senna laser.
0 and 6 on the Senna. He's got the
6-0 and 5.
6-0 and 5, sorry. I said numbers wrong. I'm not good at numbers. I warned you.
1 minute until the Ocean Drake is up, and
Baron's off as well. That's the key thing. Baron won't be up.
But how do you get into the jungle
dragon
here, Jake? Right, your main step, and you got steps you need to fulfill here. You need pressure in your lanes to get back into get vision onto your own jungle, so you can make a safe path onto the Drake. So, say it for me. Lane pressure, vision, Drake control.
Lane pressure, vision, Drake control.
That's what we're looking for here for SupUp, but at the same time...
has 100 stacks, by the way. So, pretty strong right now. Got those 4 items, and klowny, I've seen this before.
Actually healed... wait, who healed there?
I think that was...
that was beansu.
Yeah, beansu healed.
But here's what the thing. Movistar Riders, they're just playing tower defense here. They're not letting the minions going into them here. Great true shot barrage coming through. TasteLess feeling some damage as well.
All of the forge guards being thrown down. This is the fight. Elyoya looking to jump in. Knockup lands onto 1. Look for klowny. TasteLess already going low, and he is just going to be able to survive for the moment. Spooky knocked out. That's a massive slicing maelstrom. Spooky going down as the railgun is fired through everybody. But rhuckz finds himself the Zenith Blade. And Xico, he is on the flank. He is doing the work as VZZ is forced out of the fight. It's a double kill. Picked up for JaVaaa. And now, Movistar, they have done everything they needed. They don't even need the soul. They can finally close it out. SupUp tried their hardest. They fought tooth and nail to keep themselves in this game. But this is going to be Movistar Riders taking their first win of the day.
And how insane is it that you're saying that right now? First win onto the day from Movistar Riders, went 3-0 the first week. And you know what? SupUp actually give them a really harsh fight here. I did not expect them to bring out the force that they did. And I know it sucks that when you lose, me telling them that they can be proud of themselves, but SupUp did evolve throughout today. Yes. They did show different stages of skill level for the team.
I think also a key thing across the tournament is every player has shown, you know, a game where they have shown what they're made of. It's not just, oh, they lost 6 games in a row. There were games where Lukezy looked good. There were games where VZZ looked good. There were games where klowny looked good. There were games where every individual member had their moment. And sure, there's things to be worked on. But at the end of the day, it wasn't an awful performance from SupUp, and I think they can hold their heads high. But for Movistar Riders, that was an important win. We'll break that down after this break. We'll see you in a second.